morning. I am so excited to be back, taking a break for a little while this morning. I am back with a beautiful ripple maker. She is joining us to share today's ripple making acceleration tip. But before we do, let's get her on the screen and introduce the beautiful, the one and only Annette Moore. Annette, come on up.
Hey, Sammy. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here.
It's so good to have you drop in with us today. Annette, where are you dropping in from?
I'm from Merritt Island, Florida. I just moved, so I have to make a conscious effort of where I live. I'm about an hour from Walt Disney World.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, that's really great that you
15
could drop
minutes
in.
from the beach.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, for those that don't know you, before we dive in with our tip for today, do tell us about yourself. Like, what do you do and why do you love doing it so much?
Okay. Well, I'm an emotional health intuitive. I used to call myself a love coach and kind of shifted my skill set a little bit. And I'm also a healer. And so I help women entrepreneurs release pain, stress, and trauma. So pretty much anything like a limiting belief, anything that's in the way of their business, their health, their relationships, their life. So that's kind of what I do in a nutshell.
And how did you get into that? And why did you get into that?
Well, I had a really bad marriage and I got divorced in 2017. And it was a very toxic relationship. And the day that I signed the divorce papers, God woke me up at 3 a.m. in a dream and said that he was going to heal my broken heart and that I was going to figure out a way to help other women. So I started helping women with trauma, like severe trauma, and kind of segued along those lines because there's little traumas and big traumas and medium-sized traumas, right? So even stress is somewhat of a trauma. So kind of segued a little bit. I seem to be attracting just entrepreneurs, women who are stuck for whatever reason in their business and their life and their relationships, and kind of evolved with just any type of trauma, any type of stress in their life, and even health. So health can affect any area of your life. So without good health, how are you able to take care of your business? How are you able to take care of your family, even yourself? So my entrepreneurship started in 2018. And as I got certified in different modalities, I kind of expanded the different ways and how to help women easier, faster, in a more fun way, with less crying, and just I can't really explain it until you experience it. So basically what I do is remove the blocks, remove limiting beliefs, anything that's preventing my clients from achieving happiness, achieving their goals in life, achieving their business goals.
Yeah. And of course, as you're building the business, the relationship goals as well, because the business can take over. And there always seems that, wherever we go, wherever our point of attention is going, something else is out of balance. Like we're focusing here and you're really giving that attention. And then it's like, oh, I'm ignoring that, give that attention. And then we're taking the eye off the ball of that. And it's, as an entrepreneur, we're juggling all the time, aren't we? And that creates stress and build up and tiny little things that in the end become the straw that broke the camel's back. We were talking about that literally on the mastermind this morning. So tell us, what ripple of impact tip do you have for us today? Is it in alignment with what you're doing?
Well, speaking of alignment, yeah, it kind of is. So I happened to stumble across a website called LinkTree, and one of my mentors was sharing this with me. And she said, if you create a link tree, I will put it out to my community. And so basically a link tree is linking all your data about you, your contact information, your social medias, your YouTube, your podcast, your website, and putting all that information into a link. So it's kind of like a little mini website in your pocket. It's kind of like an electronic business card. And You just put all that information into your account, and then you send one link. Sammy said, send me one link today, Annette, that I can share with my audience. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Most people are like, oh my gosh, I need to send her one link. Which one do I send? Like, if you're brand new in a business and you don't have a website, you can create a LinkTree account in basically in a couple hours. And so that's what I did this past weekend, is I created my LinkTree account. It's ever evolving. I actually saw one, a lady who is a chef. She had lots of recipes on her LinkTree account. And it made me like want to go make one of her recipes, because it was just laid out graphically really pretty. The recipes just sounded delicious. So her LinkTree account worked for me because I tagged some of her recipes that I want to try. Like, she had a donut recipe. I know this has nothing to do with me. Her LinkTree worked for me because I want to make this donut recipe. I'm having some relatives come into town in a few weeks, and I think that would be a really cute, these little tiny miniature donuts to make for my grandson. So that's just an example of how LinkTree can work for you. She had visuals and she had videos and just beautiful music with it.
I love that idea, because so many people just put the website and the email and they put like kind of hard links in there. What I love about what you've just described there is actually the experience. So it's not just a link, there's an experience to it. I mean, that just sounds brilliant. And of course, for those of you that are tuning in that are thinking LinkTree, you've heard me talk about the Vice card. So I have something similar, but unlike with LinkTree, I have mine as a card. And so there are, I mean, there's so many different ones, isn't there? But I mean, it all just leads to something that looks like LinkTree. Right. And so I think this is such a great thing to bring up. We haven't had anybody come and bring this one to us yet. So so brilliant. And it's great because, like you say, when you're on podcasts, when you're speaking, you can give that just that one link out to everybody. And if you want to, which is what I've done, I've gone on to Bitly and I've created a personal URL for the link as well. Right. So I can measure how many clicks are coming through that link from where I'm sharing it as well. So I love the tip that you've brought today. Well, I mean, you've given us so much already in this short amount of time. So how can we help you? What are you looking for? What can we do to support you in return?
Well, I just started my business in 2018 with a business partner, and then kind of rebranded and branched off on my own and redid my business in 2020 to be more of a holistic business to help women entrepreneurs. So what I'm really looking for right now is to get seen and heard and get on people's podcasts, YouTube channels, Facebooks, just so I can share my message. And so one thing about my LinkTree is I actually have some videos with me demonstrating my skill set, like with real clients. And so that's pretty powerful, because I could tell you all day long what I do until you experience it or see how I help someone else. It's like, okay, she's a woo-woo person, she's a healer, great. Until you see it and feel it. It just gives you goosebumps. You need that whole experience rather than just talking about it.
I love that. Okay, so we're looking for speaking opportunities, opportunities to get you some visibility. So just so we can be a little bit more specific about that, what kind of group? So I think you said you support women, so it would be probably predominantly podcasts and networks where the audiences are women. Is that right?
Right. Women, entrepreneurs, other healers, coaches.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, guys and girls, you heard it here. Let's support Annette with her ripple of impact. If you go to the members tab at the top of the One Drop Movement community, you'll be able to connect directly on Messenger there, or I'm going to make sure we put this LinkTree link up there. You can go and dive into the LinkTree and see all the goodies that she has there for you, and to find out more. And I'm pretty sure that there's a collaboration or a joint venture or a partnership, or maybe you could be each other's next best client. You never know what comes out of these conversations, but make sure you connect so you start the conversation. Annette, thank you so much for dropping in with us all the way from the States today. Really appreciate you doing that for us. And guys and girls, we'll be back with our next Ripple Maker Spotlight. So if you haven't got your butt on this spotlight yet, make sure you click on the Kartra link that I've put in the description with this video, just above this video, and you'll be able to click on that link, book yourself in, and I'll look forward to sharing your message with our beautiful community as well. Annette, thank you once more for dropping in with us. Guys and girls, have a great day. We'll see you in the next Spotlight. Bye-bye for now.